Okay, we are on. Welcome to Oaklawn Capping Hour. This is our first show. My name is Steve Simonovich. I've got Marco, my brother, and he is on location, Hot Springs, Arkansas, at Rocky's Corner. And this is our first show, so bear with us with the technical difficulties. We're going to have better graphics, better intros, and things like that in the future, but we're going to wing it here. So, what we want to talk about is the premise of the show, which is basically picking winners at Oaklawn Park on a daily basis, do a recording in between half an hour and an hour each day. Name of the show is Oaklawn Capping Hour. And lots to talk about, Marco. First of all, we have Dad and Danny, our other brother. Danny's working for Michael Hewitt, trainer locally.
Yep.
And, our father sent over, I don't even know, 8, 9 horses, probably another
We got 8 on site right now.
8 on site, and then I think there's more coming. And we plan to have a big Oaklawn meet. And so what we want to do is talk about basically the big races of the day. We could do a pick 5 sometimes. We could pick the feature. I mean, we're going to have the Arkansas Derby later and other big races during the meet. So we can talk about any number of things and races as the meet goes. And then, of course, what's going on with Danny and Dad's horses as the meet goes on. I know you got, what, 5, 6 minutes to post for the first race?
7.
7 minutes. Did you want to dive into maybe the early pick 5 and maybe look at the feature, and then we can maybe get some live action at Rockies there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. First race, I know you were looking at the pick 5 last night. First race is at Maiden 12-5 going 6 panels. This is the first rate of the Oaklawn meet. I'm excited to have Matt Dieterman over there. He left Golden Gate. Me and Dad got to know him really well at the Eddie Logan at Santa Anita. So he'll be calling his very first race here. 12-5 maiden claiming 6 furlongs. What did you like here?
I'm on the 7. Asmussen trained. You know, he's a hometown favorite here. So he's gonna bet, but we're looking at a cold 9-2 here. Maiden special weight dropper, speed fade, dropping the class. I mean, I think the horse rolls, and you're getting a square price at 9-2.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. This horse ran in March, scheduled for turf. They took it off. It was a speed fade and a maiden special weight at Fairgrounds. It was the even money favorite that day. So they liked this horse. They spent $225,000 on it. It's a twirling candy out of a Malibu Moon. They gave it some time off. They ran it October 7th on the turf and sprinting. Speed fade again, maiden special weight company. A couple of horses in there, one next time out, including Quality Blastoff. Had some time off again, modest work tab. But we talked about this race last night. Not a lot of talent in here. It's an open company race, and there's a lot of Arkansas breds in here. And yeah, just on default with the big class drop from maiden special down to 12-5 maiden, and a lot of these being Arkansas breds, you make a big case for it. Plus, it's Asmussen.
Yeah, I think he has every shot to win this one.
I was trying to look somewhere else. Where could you go? And I made a joke. We were talking about Tammy Hornsby. She's a good local horsewoman, and they got a farm outside of Hot Springs there, and she's bringing this one in off the classic layoff from Oaklawn. Actually, it ran at Louisiana Downs once after the Oaklawn meet last year. It's an Arky bred, another modest work tab, but it's hit the board here. Ran second last 2 times. Kind of perked up with the Hood. That's the only other horse I kind of liked a little bit. What are the local odds right now that you're seeing on the one Singing Groom?
Right now,
your volume cut out, Mark.
The 9 horse Colonel Barton is the current favorite. at 5-2, and then actually the 2 is a co-favorite also with 5-2.
Yeah, the 2 made a lot of sense just because De La Cruz is on it. Horses also dropping out of maiden special, Thistledown and Mahoney Valley. Those aren't walkover races over there by any means. So that one does make sense. Let's move on to the second race. It's a maiden special weight. It's a state bred Archie, and these are for 2-year-old fillies. The purse is $115,000. Marco?
Yep.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
Yeah. Okay. So this race, well, our brother Danny's the assistant trainer for the 4-horse, Fine by Design, and I got word that he's been feeling pretty good about this horse.
All right, so okay, Fine by Design in race 2 is trained by Michael Hewitt. Of course, Danny is pretty much the assistant trainer there, and they like the way this horse is moving in the morning. I do see a nice workout out of the gate, 10 out of 42, 49 and 2. So, against this group, if it's ready, I see, the 1 has some recency from Churchill Downs. I'm sure it's going to take a lot of money, but the 1 hole is a tough spot. The 9 has some recency, beat 1 horse in a mud at Delta Downs. And then you got the 12 with 3 races under its belt from Louisiana Downs. But those races don't scream, hey, you have to bet me with 2 fists. So by all means, I wouldn't mind taking a stab at that one, especially if we got some inside information that the horse is doing well in the AM. 15-1 kind of.
Yep. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9 in my pick 5.
Okay. Let's move on to race 3. It's a start allowance. Looks like it's a non-winners of, it's just a $50,000 starter allowance, it looks like. It's for horses that have ran for a claiming tag of 50,000 or less in the last 2 years. So interesting condition, $70,000 purse. I know that Dad has a lot of horses that would fit this condition. Where did you land here?
Well, I actually jumped on the Asmussen bandwagon again on this one with the 7-horse. I was trying to find one that could squeeze out of the gate and go get fire. Looks like a lot of competition will be up front, and with the late running style, maybe with this one could make some noise at the end.
Makes a lot of sense. 98 top buyer locally at Oaklawn, 4 starts, a win in 2 seconds. So, it likes the surface. It's run twice since the August freshening.
7 out of 10 as well.
What was that?
7 out of 10 in the money after this.
Correct, to see that. So, yeah, the horse, I'm looking at the pace. Looks like it's going to have a lot of pace. So you could see this horse probably joining in at the quarter pole and really making some noise. Asmussen's probably going to have this horse ready. Honestly, it might be a good single opportunity. Did you land anywhere else there?
I believe I added the 5 stage left.
It's a saver. Okay.
So, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, stage left has some numbers. Decent form recently. Hasn't hit the board at Oaklawn, and
Okay, sorry.
It might be a vulnerable favorite, but if you want to use it as a saver, I get it. But I kind of like I like Payne. I like closers do well at Oaklawn a lot of times, and I don't know how, we have no idea how the track's going to be playing. It's the first race, day of the meet, but there's a lot of speed to chase, and I would single the 7. Let's move to race 4. By the way, when does the first race go off?
They're approaching the gate right now.
Okay, maybe we can get some live action. Did you want to talk about race 4, or are they getting ready to load up over there?
They're getting ready to load up. They're just about to.
All right, let's pay attention to the first race there before we get to the 4th.
Yep, first one's going in.
Give us your numbers again.
I have the 7 singled here.
You have State School Smart Single. That's right, the Asmussen runner that we talked about. And yeah, if you can get me a video there. There you go. Perfect. We'll be able to see what's going to happen. I'll also pull it up locally with no volume on my wagering account. All right, let's see what we get here. Asmussen's son is riding, and they're off. Looks like you go right to the front. You got the 3-horse well measured. I don't see anybody. Here comes the 5 a little bit on the outside. Nice hammer lock. Tight hold of the rein there. $22-2 opening quarter, and it looks like you're spurting away a little bit. Oh wow, yeah, this might be. You got the 9 that's going to try and make a run. Let's see if you can fend it off.
Well,
hasn't really asked yet. Okay, hand rousing. No whip. There's the whip. That horse, the other horse is drifting way inside. You haven't really switched leads either. I don't know what's going on here. Now he switched. Oh boy, that's a tough beat. Looks like you lost by about a neck.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead of you.
Tough one to swallow on my single in the pick 5.
That's a tough one to swallow. That's a real tough one to swallow.
So that pretty much kills my pick 5 and my double.
Yeah, it was a 2-horse race, and I mean, you got the trip, man. You got the trip. Both those horses were kind of all over the place. The 9 lugged way in. Your horse didn't want to really switch leads. It was it was just kind of all. Both these horses were really tired at the end here.
And it was the 2 favorites. So what do they say? Turn the page.
Turn the page. All right. Well, I guess we could talk. We were in the process of talking about the pick 4 or pick 5, and looks like it went up in flames. Did you want to talk about the next 2 races? Did you want to talk about the feature?
Let's go ahead and talk about the feature. That would be race 9, the Advent.
Yeah, race 9 is a stake for 2-year-olds going 100. It's 5.5 furlongs for 150,000. And some nice little colts in here. I don't know if you're going to see any Derby horses or anything if they're running here, but on the line they could be some good sprinters. Where did you land here?
I'm on the 10, Valentine Candy.
Valentine Candy is 2-1. You're really getting chalky on us.
I am getting chalky. This horse was getting schooled in the paddock last night. I think he's going to be prominent early, and I think he has enough skill to hang on to this race and win this.
Okay. Interesting race. That horse going to have to work out a trip out there and get, there's a lot of speed on the inside. So I guess what they're going to do is probably rate a little bit. I don't know if they're going to catch a flyer, and could be the speed of the speed, but
even if the horse does not get the lead, I don't think it needs the lead to go run one down.
Okay. All right. Well, a horse that I kind of like a little bit is for underneath. Excuse me. Underneath is a Complete Bomb. It's called. The name of the horse is number 2, Frost Free. Chelsea Bailey's in the irons.
Okay.
Horse was in the Danny Fish barn. I don't know if they privately bought this thing or what. I have to go look at the ownership, but Brett Crichton is now the trainer. I don't know much about this guy.
Frosted colt.
But that race was, that was a nice race that it ran. It won. There's a couple of next out winners. In particular, one of the horses down there ran fourth in a stake and won an allowance race. That would be 3rd Street. It ran 5th or 6th that day. And, the horse is working good locally. That race as a 2-year-old was in June. Won, gave it some time off. You got a Bullet on November 16th. And another nice move on December 2nd. And actually, all the moves locally are pretty good here. And it looks like the type of horse that likes to rate and pounce. I watched the replay. It was very impressive. I know it wasn't very fast as far as the buyer speed figure goes, but you got to keep in mind, this was a 2-year-old in June that did this. Now we're in December. So, just throw it underneath. That's all I'm saying. You like the Asmussen out outside. I think this horse has a legitimate shot of hitting the board and being a nice underneath play.
I mean, there's a lot of nice horses in this race. You can make a case for almost all of them. But yeah, I'm going to land on the Asmussen. I'll be shocked at that one race.
Yeah, I mean, Molly's Town is another fast horse in its own right. Indiana bred, won 4 in a row over at Indiana. Did not embarrass itself at 11-1 in a stake at Churchill, and now it's over here. So that's another one that is going to be banging heads early. I just, I see a lot of speed in here. They are only going 5.5, so duly noted. I will say this: old man Terry Wallace, who used to be a race caller there, he always had a saying: "Closers do well at 5.5 furlongs."
All right, let's hear your bomb of the day.
Well, I just gave you my bomb of the day. I mean, that's 30-1 morning line. That's going to be my bomb of the day.
I gotcha.
What do you got?
My bomb of the day is the 5 in the 5th. Ask Willie.
Oh, that's the one
Okay.
that's the one
Ask Willie.
Remember I said I looked
That's all. Hey, that's.
Hey, who's that?
Yeah.
Cat a family that gambles together stays together.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, who is he?
Man.
Nephew Steve-O.
Steve-O. Yeah.
That's right, Steve-O.
Hey, guess is always with my nephews.
You are.
Gambling.
Yeah, you're all a family that gambles together stays together. That's your famous saying.
A family that gambles together stays together.
Stays together. That's your famous saying.
Here we go. All right, you got some good picks. Come on, tell buddy to win some money. I owe $1,500 to my doctor.
And that's over here at Rockies.
Yeah, to pay our bills. I want to. That's why I was there. I was going to come back before the first race, but I was doing good.
Well, Steve-O.
Anyway, that's our aunt. She's a staple at Rocky's Corner. She's usually in the office, and she loves to bet the ponies. And if you see a horse with a cat name in it, she's got it.
That's right.
So you said again before we get off the call, race 5. You like a long shot and a maiden special weight.
Yeah, race 5. I like the 5 and the 5th. It's Ask Willie.
So do I. Me and him, we like Willie.
And
well,
if you look at the debut, he never had a shot in the race. He was smashed in the beginning, and then the rest was history. I'm willing to give him another look here, and he's got a couple good local drills.
Well, you know what? It looks like had some issues in that race. No hood. I think after the race, they put the hood on in the next 2 works. Next 2 works are very good. Should show a lot more speed today. And yeah, I mean, 20-1 morning line. That's another good long shot.
Got to try him.
All right, Marco. Well, I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the day. We'll do another call tomorrow. This is our first live recorded, webcast. We're going to be doing this every day. We'll have better graphics and things of that nature in the future. But let's win some money today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oaklawn Happy Hour.
All righty. Good luck.
All right. Enjoy the day.